All right, you guys, I was just recording part one and we lost first 10 minutes because it had no sound. It had no sound, but I always say this to you guys, everything happens for a reason. So maybe I said something I shouldn't have said. Very like me. Or maybe I didn't say something, or whatever the reason is. We're not going to dwell on that. I'm just going to walk you through what we have. So what we're going to do today is divine feminine versus divine masculine, and we're starting from your energy. So we were tapping into the energy of the feminine, and I started from my emotion deck, and we pulled 5 cards. So your first 2 cards was shallowness and loneliness. So this collective right now, you would be sitting, I was explaining sort of this shallowness in a different sense, because what I was hearing is not that you're shallow in the sense of you're shallow, right? But more in the sense of you are not seeing a bigger picture right now. You're looking at things a little bit from a place of ego. You are not looking at your life from a perspective of meaning of life, the journey of life and the journey of lifetimes, but a little bit in the moment of now, in a position of now where you are. And this collective, you would feel a little lonely right now. You would feel a little lonely. You would feel like you're not... I am hearing abandonment as well. Like you would need company of maybe there's a specific person on your mind, obviously. So maybe that goes to the person attached to you, but maybe it goes beyond that as well. So it's a more of a loneliness towards not feeling understood, not being held. I'm going to sort of read through this first paragraph because it explains it beautifully. Loneliness is not lack of physical presence of another person, but lack of true connection, feeling of not being seen, understood. So maybe it's exactly that. Maybe you're feeling that on your daily basis, the burden is on you, that you carry things on you, that you have no one to really share your emotions with, to really share your life with, to hold you. But again, going back, because they came together, so going back to the shallowness, I do feel this collective right now, you're a little bit in a cloud of emotion. So you're not seeing things clearly. We're always exactly where we need to be, whether we accept it or not. Every moment in our life is divinely orchestrated, especially for those of us who are truly on the path of awakening. Nothing happens as a coincidence. There are no coincidences in life, right? So where you are, there's a lesson in it. There's a lesson in every setting of your situation. So instead of really being stuck to that and attaching yourself to that moment that you feel you're at, try to see the lesson in it. What can you conquer? What can you break? What can you overcome? And I remember that I was also mentioning, we'll address that in a moment. So you also had fulfillment. You had fulfillment and you had peace. And you also had enthusiasm. So what I was hearing for these cards is that you would be on a search for fulfillment, this collective. You would want to feel more fulfilled, feel more at peace. So you would be on some sort of a journey of trying to figure out what is your purpose, figure out how to achieve that peace in life, how to achieve that fulfillment. And with that enthusiasm, I was hearing that maybe you recently try to really be grateful for the good moments, for the good things, right? You try to reprogram your mind to really appreciate moments, even though you still have things that you feel like they're missing and they're not there, and difficult, challenging emotions that maybe you struggle to overcome in the moment. But you would be in this mindset of, if something good is happening, I want to hold on to it. I want to really live it. I want to be grateful for it, which is good. That's the first step, how we reprogram our mind. And then from there we moved to tarot, and your first card on top of that shallowness was Four of Swords. And this is where I was hearing that you would feel right now that things are not happening for you, that things are a little stagnant, that things are not moving forward. But remember, first of all, there is no forward movement in life. It's a spiral, right? So that's first thing. And second thing, what I was reminding you for this collective is that many people sit in this mindset, and this is the shallow part of seeing things. Many people sit in this mindset of things are not happening for me, thinking things in the external world are not changing, people are not treating me the way I want to, things are not happening the way I want to. And if you watch me, if this is not our first video, you'll know what I'll say. You are the change. If life feels stagnant, it's because you're not changed enough yet to reflect that movement in the external world. If you're not happy how people treat you, how about you break the pattern in how you allow people to treat you? If you're not happy in your lifestyle, how about you start making adjustments in what you choose? We take choices every day, and our life is a combination of the little choices, of the little thoughts that we take every second, every minute of our life. Do I choose to love myself for what I eat, for what I do, how I move my body, what I choose to do today, how I choose to see things that are happening? And when we start to shift, this is where we exit that stillness. This is where we exit. We are always exactly where we need to be, right? It's always divinely orchestrated. There are no coincidences in this universe. So the key here is to switch our mindset, and instead of complaining on what's around us, start to see things, okay, this is what it is. Facts, neutral facts, okay? I live here. I struggle with this. Right? I maybe am lonely because, right? How do I shift myself to reflect that, right, in my external environment? And what's coming to my mind is this amazing Bashar's exercise that I love, and it visualizes exactly what I'm trying to explain here to you guys. Living a life as a human being is like looking in a mirror. The external world is sets of mirrors, right? So people who complain that things are not changing are people who are standing in front of that mirror, they're crying, and then they're making faces, and they're surprised that the reflection is making the same, right? What we need is the internal change. Smile to yourself, change you, alchemize what you want in your life. Choose things that you prefer. We sometimes are stuck in this mindset of this person is not treating me the way I want them to treat me, so I'm going to be just angry, I'm going to be complaining. If this person is not reflecting your inner state of being, that you are changing, move to another person, regardless of who they are. Right? This is why people don't understand when I say that we choose painful connections, right? We choose traumatic, toxic, abusive connection because it's a reflection of what we feel that we really deserve, what we feel that we are doomed to go through. No. Start moving away from things that you don't prefer, right? And change that shift within you. Understand that nothing will ever change as long as you conquer all the challenges and all the lessons where you currently are. This is where we more or less sort of stopped. So fingers crossed, sound will be there for this part and we're going to be able to continue. I had Ace of Wands for, there's a lot of wands here in general, so a detail for some of you may be a fire sign. But I was seeing it a little bit in reverse. I do feel for this collective, there is some sort of a fresh energy of a new journey. So something is shifting, something is changing, right? I feel like it is baby steps for this collective. I am seeing Page of Pentacles. They're showing me a Page of Pentacles. So maybe you have been in your previous cycles a little bit resistant to the guidance from the universe, to the guidance from your guides, to the guidance from within as well. But I do feel that things are shifting. I mean, you may not necessarily, you guys, things are not going the way I want to. Everything keeps falling. I'm losing, like, we do have sound for the previous part, but I wanted to continue. And the TikTok was keep giving me like this, the music sound that I couldn't like disable. Very, very weird. It never happened. So everything happens for a reason. Maybe you do feel like certain things are not happening, you know, like if you've recently been surrounded by some events that it's like just life is not working with me. But remember, everything that happens for a reason, right? So sometimes when we feel that we're stuck, we're blocked, things are not happening, it may be because you are wanting to go towards a direction that they're not wanting you to go. So they are showing you sort of a little blockers and a little, everything happens for a reason. Remember, no coincidences, a little bit of randomness, but no coincidences. Let's get back to your energy. So I feel there is some sort of a shift and some sort of a cycle closure. You are standing in front of a new cycle. There are certain things that you still have to overcome, that you still have to understand. I feel you do starting to understand, this collective, that you are the creator of your own reality, that you are that magician, that you are that alchemist, that you have the power to decide how you experience your life. Life is not, universe is not a genie in a bottle. It doesn't give us immediately everything that we want. So the key here is just to train yourself how you speak to the universe, because we speak to the universe through energy. So if the universe is offering you something and it's like, you want it but I don't want it that way, no, you have to clearly say no. So if there's a person in your life that they're not giving you what you want, they're not acting the way you want them to act, no matter who you think they are, you have to say no. This is how you're going to show the universe that you, no matter what in your programmed mind, what kind of labels and expectations you have in your programmed mind, you will not accept something that is not of high vibration, that is not adding to your fulfillment, that is not adding to your peace. Right? I feel you know this collective, but there are still certain things that you maybe struggle with. It's like the journey's in front of you, but you haven't fully embarked on the journey just yet. There's certain things that need to be removed. That nine of wands of energy is a little bit of that it carries an energy of exhaustion instead of excitement. That's what I'm hearing. So we need you to get excited for your future journey, not get exhausted with where you are. You really have to understand to the very core and to embody the energy that I understand. Put it on your fridge, put it on your mirror, remind it to yourself every day. I'm exactly where I need to be. So if I am not in a place that is better in my mind, it means that I have to shift that energy within me for the better, for whatever matches where I want to be. Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands. You would feel heavy, you would feel burdened right now, you would feel tired, you would feel exhausted. We have a lot of this. I feel like you're not seeing that you are. You guys, if you watch me, you would know my favorite phrase of all time. It's always darkest before the dawn. There is some sort of a new bright, sunrise coming into your life. There is a little bit of a shift. There is a little bit of a new cycle energy, but you're not. We have a lot of cards that are cards of exhaustion and resignation. maybe it's as well, we are in the winter season in Northern Hemisphere, so it may be difficult, and it may be challenging. It's the winter that pushes us to feel that way as well. But what I was feeling is that maybe, and hearing, maybe you need to move your body a little bit. People really underestimate how moving our body really influences how we feel. We store trauma in our body, we store emotions in our body. So all the exercises that I think we had it in a previous reading, I'm not sure whether it was, I'm not, maybe it was for this collective. I was explaining to you guys that us human beings, we are the only living creatures on planet Earth that don't have that capacity, or maybe we had it in the past and we've lost it in evolution. But animals have the natural capacity of shake things off, right? When they face trauma, and to sort of release it and move on. And people don't do that because we really, again, we don't believe in the power of our body. We don't believe our body is what links our spirit and our physical existence, right? Our body is the only way our spirit communicates with us. Our bodies are extremely powerful. But we just, because we live in this distorted, patriarchal, wounded, masculine world, we completely forgot about that because it comes with our intuition, right? But it is true that all the trauma, all the stagnation, it lives in the body as well. So there's variety of techniques. You can literally have like a session of shaking things off depending on what energy point you want to release. There's tapping, there's gentle rubbing, there's gentle massage, there's again so many techniques, right, to activate your body, to release stagnation from your body, and that also cleanses your energy body. So there's a reason it's coming to my mind, because you would feel heavy, this collective, right now. You would feel like maybe you struggle to get up in the morning, get off your bed, to move your body, to maybe do simple things for yourself, like whether that's your healing and shadow work exercises, or whether that's cooking for yourself or cleaning your apartment. And that's, people think that this comes with depression, but it's actually other way around, because we lose the capacity to shake it off, to really process these emotions, and starting from processing and feeling them. Where do you feel it in your body? Where do you need to release that? This is what creates that cloud. This is what makes us feel that we are in this state of just this sadness and depression and this heaviness. Shake it off. Feel it in your body. Start from sitting with yourself in a contemplation or meditation. Set up your space. Whatever it is that you're feeling. Is it loneliness? Is it stagnation? Where do you feel it in your body? Where do you feel it in your body? When you localize it, shake it off. Rub it, tap it, shake it off, right? And if you don't feel necessarily exactly, you don't really feel where in your body you feel it, do it overall. Do a little tapping and shaking session for your entire body. And maybe you should make it, I'm hearing this collective that there's a lot that you store in your body. So maybe you oh my God, I'm losing maybe you should make it a sort of a regular thing. So every morning you get up, even if it's like literally 10 seconds, shake your body from top down, from top bottom. And maybe once a week do like a little proper session when you, again, start from meditation and contemplation. Feel the emotion in your body. You can do a little breath work then to sort of activate your body, to connect to your body. Then if you feel, let's say you feel it in your chest, start from rubbing your chest a little bit, arrive in your body, feel that you are here for yourself, then do a little tapping, okay? Do a little tapping, then do a little shaking, okay? And you can always end these sessions with a little gentle self-massage. You can put some oil on yourself. Just respect your body. Love your body. Listen to your body. I wanted to tap that too. There's a lot of heavy load that you're carrying right now, this collective. The Star. The wish come true. Aquarius energy as well. That's on top of that loneliness, and I feel there's this energy within this collective that right now, because you're sitting in this cloud, right, of heavy emotion, you're not seeing things right. Sometimes because we are stuck in our ego mind, because we are stuck in our program mind, right, the universe gives us something. So we are faced with something that our program mind registers as a challenge, right? As something that we perceive as negative. Why is it happening, right? I don't want this to happen. The universe always has our back, right? And I oftentimes say this to you guys. For the universe, we are like little children, right? Universe is that experience-wise parent. So the parent knows better that sometimes you have to push your children to do certain things that they don't want to do. Brush your teeth, go to school, right? Not that we should be going to that program school, but anywho, just an example, right? And as children, like, we don't want to do that. Why would I do that? Why would I brush my teeth? Why would I take a bath? I don't want to do that, right? I don't want to go. So it's the understanding that universe knows better. I'm not going to be arguing with the universe. I know that my spirit guides, it's the ultimate trust. They have my back. They're guiding me. And sometimes it's going to feel heavy. It's going to feel difficult. This is where I'm going to honor my emotions, arrive in my body, feel my emotions, ask for guidance, ask for relief, but also see the lessons in these struggles, in these challenges, in these emotions. And I often say to you guys how we look back on a journey of healing and we feel that, we suddenly understand that certain things that as they were happening, we thought that it was the worst tragedy, and from a perspective of time, because we get closer and closer to the wisdom of the universe, we understand that it had to happen. If it hadn't been for that thing, I wouldn't be where I am. It's all part of the puzzle piece. So I feel this collective, you are being guided towards your Northern Star. You are being watched over. You are on a beautiful journey of self-discovery, but you're not seeing things. You're seeing that you're alone. You're seeing that I'm actually feeling a little bit sad, It's the sadness of a parent when speaking from a perspective of your guides, right? It's the sadness of a parent. Why don't you see that I'm actually trying to help you? Why don't you see that I'm actually trying to guide you? You're exactly where you need to be. Just focus on where you are. What do you need to conquer right now in this moment? Don't focus on could have, would have, should have, I wish. Don't. Trust the universe. Do you really think that the universe in its infinite knowledge and its infinite power would make such mistakes? That you are where you're not supposed to be? And yes, we have free will, so within reason we choose our options, but you always have around you opportunities to grow and to expand. It's like this collective, whatever is it that you want, your greatest wish and your greatest desire, right? The universe is trying to make that happen for you, but you're resisting. Because you think that you know better how it's going to happen. You think you know better how it should happen. The universe is actually trying to grant you your wish. They're guiding you towards the road, the shortest road that will get you where you want to be. But you're not seeing that. You think you know better where you should go, but it wouldn't work that way. Your wish would not come true if you were the designer of your journey. Trust. They're resistant and stubborn today. I think there's the whole reading has a meaning in itself. You are a little bit resistant, whether you know it or not. You are a little stubborn. You're not cooperating with your spirit guides right now. The Emperor. I'm looking at that Ankh, so maybe that's a sign for some of you, his tattoo. Maybe you resonate with Ankh, maybe you have like a somewhere on you as a tattoo or as a jewelry piece. You know what I'm hearing for this collective? Maybe you are sitting a little bit more in your masculine energy than in your feminine energy, so it's something to consider. But because it's on top of that magician who's the alchemist, who's the one that make things, I feel that you are whether you accept it or not, it's like you want fulfillment, you want peace, you want certain things in life, but you wish that they would just arrive to you, right? But whatever is it that you wish for, you have to be that architect. You have to be that architect to make that happen for yourself. It's our inner masculine that make things happen for ourselves. Maybe you have to work on that a little bit to heal that masculine energy within you. Again, it's just energy. Masculine, we all have masculine and feminine, right? And masculine within us is the doer, is the one that shows up every day with consistency, with dedication, with commitment. He's resourceful, he's a problem solver. So maybe you need to activate it within you. I do feel that there's a bit of a victim mentality in this collective. And I'm sorry to say this, so bluntly to you, but you guys know me. And as long as we don't face certain things and accept certain things, we're never going to be able to course correct. You're carrying a burden. There's an energy of resignation here. I want to do one more. Justice. How do I say this to you? So again, you guys don't tell me that I'm a tough love kind of a person. The hard part on this journey, right, is that when we seek for something that we don't really know what we seek and what we want, we sort of naturally detach from it, right? But there are certain specific journeys, like the divine love journey, that we know exactly what we want. We know the address, okay? So it's difficult to detach from something that already has a face, especially that we receive visions of our highest most abundant timeline, usually as we get activated to this journey. And because we know that it's there, and it's, if we choose to follow the path, it's ours, right? Our ego gets into that state of urgency, and our ego doesn't understand that before we are allowed to reach that highest most abundant timeline, we have to become a person who is worthy of that highest most abundant timeline. And of course, our worthiness is unconditional, right? We are perfect just the way we are. But in order to hold energetically the vibration of the highest most abundant timeline, there's certain things that we have to overcome. There's certain karmic lessons that we have to learn. It may be some karmic baggage, that we need to release, things that we've done, things that we I don't know why I'm hearing make amends. And so maybe there is something that, this collective, you haven't karmically released. You would, if it is in fact the case, what it is, it would immediately come to your mind, as I said it, things that you've done in the past and you haven't fully processed. You haven't fully learned the whole lesson of it. This is how we close karmic, not necessarily